Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anyone to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Hi everyone, I'm Savanna and this is Mental Mondays with Savanna, a motivating, mental cleansing, and energy boosting podcast. I focus on how one can improve their mental health while helping you build a better mindset, better habits, and a better life for yourself. I'm a 15-year-old CEO, a passionate storyteller, and an optimistic dreamer who views the world through a different set of lenses. I came on here to share that unique view with you. My biggest hope is that my videos ignite a spark in you to seek your highest potential and so that you can live a life without limits. Let's dive into it. Hey y'all, this is Savanna and you're tuning in to this week's episode of Mental Mondays with Savanna, episode 13, and the topic of the day is going after your passion. Why following social norms is totally destroying your gift, and how you can fix that by building your life's blueprint. So in episode 9, we talked about how you don't have to have it all figured out to continue going in life and explore different categories, because society is constantly asking us what we want to do with our lives. You know, the pressure on all of us is huge, and in college, the pressure just only increases because with a major, now everyone wants to know what you're going to do with it. This just creates so much stress and anxiety and can really push someone towards burning out completely. So episode 9 was dedicated to people who didn't know what they wanted to do in life, and everyone around them was just pushing them to be in this box that wasn't right for them. But what about people who've already found their passion? What about those who have found their gift and they want to plant their seed, but they feel discouraged on so many levels? Perhaps others have told you that there was no way your idea would work, and it would be better off if you're just to take an office job or work for someone else. At least that way, a paycheck was bound to come in. Or maybe you looked at society standards and saw that there was no way you would be able to fit in with what everyone expected you to do, and you should just settle for less. At least that way, you're positive you'll succeed in life, even if it's at a boring cubicle. But I have one thing to say to that way of thinking, and this is the main message of today's episode. Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, in your own somebodyness. Don't let anybody, make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. And that's one of Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous quote. And that is what this episode will be based off of. So if you haven't noticed already, today is going to be a special episode. We won't be following our usual schedule, but we'll be diving into Dr. Martin Luther King's infamous speech, "What is your life's blueprint?" So today we're going to be breaking apart and determining why we should go after our passion and create our own blueprint for our lives based on our gift, but how following the social norms and society's constant pressure messes that whole process up. Now, a little background on this speech. 6 months before Dr. King was assassinated, he gave the "What is Your Life's Blueprint" speech to a group of students at Barat Junior High School in Philadelphia on October 26, 1967. So in this speech, he lays out 3 important steps to follow so that the students can reach their full potential, no matter their status in life, and just calls on them to actively commit to the struggle for freedom and justice. Now, I believe that Dr. King's words, especially in the speech, are an inspiration for people of any age, any era, and any culture, especially now during the times where we doubt everything and everyone around us, including ourselves, especially ourselves. So today's episode honors the late Dr. King's speech as we discuss more about our life's blueprint and how big of an impact we can really be on society with our talents, if and only if we use it to our fullest potential. But that means not letting society push us into this box that we don't fit in. And we're also going to be looking at all the ways this empowering message of this speech resonates and guides us still today. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first step MLK mentioned in his speech was the importance of self-belief. He says, number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, in your own somebodyness. Don't allow anyone to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. End quote. So here, King is emphasizing how important it is for the audience to not be ashamed of themselves, to not be ashamed of feeling Black. Their lives have value. But when we look at this quote again and when we look at it more deeply, it reaches more than just race. It's about holding your head up and believing in yourself when no one else will. It's about standing up for yourself and making that path, because sometimes the only person who might seem to be on your side is yourself. Let me ask you this. How can you realize your ambitions? How can you fulfill your dreams? And how can you reach your full potential when you're looking for your worth in the wrong places? Or when you don't believe that you're valuable in the first place? So you end up taking that job that's worth less than what you have to offer. Let me tell you this. Don't ever let a temporary position or a simple paycheck define who you are. Self-belief is the foundation of finding your life blueprint, since it's the realization that yes, you are important and you add something crucial to this world. Also, if you believe in yourself and what you're doing, that's contagious. Those around you will pick up on your vibe and seek to imitate your focused and driven mindset, because a confident person is a person who gets things done. Self-belief is almost like a superpower. You can view it as a superpower. It can overcome any obstacle, knock down any door, and solve any problem. It's the rock that I cling to, which can challenge any obstacle that comes your way, and that one game changer that you need in your toolbox. When you have faith in yourself, you'll be surprised at all your capabilities. The great news is, only you and you alone have the power and the key to unlock your true potential and transform your life. Dr. King mentioned how you should have a deep belief in your own dignity, in your own worth, in your own somebodyness. Now, when he mentions dignity, he's not saying that you should be pompous or proud. He's saying that you should carry yourself with respect and appreciate the gift that you carry inside of you. You can't really make a difference in life if you lack confidence, because everything you do will seem like an uphill struggle. Everyday problems can appear large and insufferable, and you'll start to be making a mountain out of a molehill. But self-belief makes you relax, makes you feel more capable, and it makes you see things at a clearer point of view. If you think about it, a person with healthy confidence doesn't compare themselves to others, and they know what they're capable of, and they're willing to learn and aren't afraid of dreaming big. As Vincent van Gogh said, if you hear a voice within say you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. Now for the second step, Dr. King states that in your life blueprint, you must have a basic principle, the determination to achieve excellence in your various fields of endeavor. End quote. Now, through dedication, one obtains the invaluable reward of self-realization. A person who believes in themselves and they don't hesitate to sit on the fence when it comes to making that call or following through, you would be so surprised at how many missed opportunities happen because people spend too much time debating instead of doing. It all comes down to a lack of confidence. More importantly, you need to prepare for those setbacks, and you need to be patient when you're trying to achieve your goals. Many people don't follow through on their passions and work on their gift because something went wrong the first time. But if you really want to make a difference through your talent, you need to be relentless, like the hot sun in the desert, or that one annoying flu that keeps you in bed for days. You need to be relentless like that. Without the persistence and the tenacity of self-belief and the confidence that you are doing the right thing and you are on the right path, the ambition to impact the world is impossible. MLK continues his point about doing one's best as he says, and I quote, "If you can't be a pine on the top of the hill, be a scrub in the valley, but be the best little scrub on the side of the hill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be a sun, be the star. For it isn't by size that you win or fail. Be the best of whatever you are, including your talent." End quote. And finally, the third step of this blueprint, in your life's blueprint, there must be a commitment to the eternal principles of beauty, love, and justice. However young you are, you have a responsibility to seek to make your nation a better nation in which you live. You have a responsibility to seek to make your life better for everybody. And so you must be involved in the struggle of freedom and justice. But I believe as we struggle with these problems, we've got to struggle with them with a method that could be militant, but at the same time, it doesn't destroy life or property. And so our slogan must not be burn, baby, burn. It must be build, baby, build. Organize, baby, organize. Yes, our slogan must be learn, baby, learn, so we can earn, baby, earn. End quote. So that was all said by Dr. Martin Luther King, just to clarify. And now adding on to this, King, he gave us the steps to draft the blueprints for a future we'll have to build again and again, which with each new generation, in order to strive for the society that we really want. This is a world that we're building together. It's not one person alone. And it will not become a reality without collaboration, without education, and rallying together for change. And his words will always be timely because the struggle for social justice is always going on. With his blueprint, we can continue to move. And as he states at the end of his speech, we must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. End quote. So if a person were to really realize their true potential, they would need to continue to develop and evolve by using the other people around them to help build up. Neither is possible if you don't believe in yourself. Self-belief always allows you to room yourself to make mistakes. And here's the thing, to build self-belief, you need to challenge yourself. And when you challenge yourself, things always don't go to plan, but there are always lessons to learn. Now, wrapping up, this year has definitely been a difficult one. 2020 has definitely been an extremely difficult year. So, because so much of the work that has been achieved in the past decades, the past years, it all seems to just be unraveling. And there's nothing new about this, actually. It's just a story of history. Even though we seem to have hit the fast forward button on things, sometimes things seem like it's going backwards. But what's new is that it's happening to us this time. Not our parents, not our grandparents, but to this generation. So that means this generation needs to stand up, needs to speak out, and needs to work for ourselves. for those around us, for all of humanity. It's our responsibility, and each of us must shoulder it together. But what I love about Mr. King's speech is that he asks us to find what we will do with our lives and then set out to excel in it with full faith in ourselves. We all have something that is our calling, something that contributes to making the world a better place and a safer place for the next generation. Something that is we have chosen to do with our lives. And those skills, those abilities, that talent can uphold us. And when we use it to our fullest potential, it has the potential to make a serious change in society today. Now, it's only fitting that the quote of this episode is from Dr. King's What is Your Blueprint speech. So today's quote says, "If it falls your lot to be a street sweeper, sweep streets like Michelangelo painted pictures, like Shakespeare wrote poetry, like Beethoven composed music. Sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will have to pause and say, 'Here lived a great street sweeper who swept his job well.'" End quote. So here's my challenge to you. Take the next few days, the next few weeks to think about your own life's blueprint. Find those things that you're doing or that you're a part of, not just your day job or maybe you're in school or whatever, but your skills and your strengths that's inside of you. And then think about how you're going to use them going forward and make that commitment to excellence, whatever it may look like to you. And remember, while you're doing this, remember the 3 steps of creating your blueprint include 1, a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. 2, the basic principles and a determination to achieve excellence in your field and the talent that you have. And 3, last but not least, your life's blueprint must be a commitment to the eternal principles of beauty, of love, and justice. However young you are, you have a responsibility to seek to make your nation a better nation in which to live. Which means that your gift and your talent, it isn't to serve you. That would just be selfish. It reaches beyond yourself because you were gifted with that specific talent to help impact other people's lives in a unique way. Picture it like an apple tree. An apple tree wasn't planted to give fruit for itself. It was planted to share its fruit with other people so other people can taste of its goodness. We are like that apple tree. We were planted and pollinated in order to spread our goodness throughout society. So as you go in life, creating your own blueprint, don't let anyone convince you to take the easy route and play safe in life. You standing up to take charge of your life and use your gift in a positive way helps the world take a closer step to greatness. And remember, stay true to you. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening and tuning in to episode 13. And I hope you all learned something about creating your own life's blueprint and why following the social norms is destroying your talent and your gift. And thank you so much for listening. I'll see y'all next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. You just listened to Mental Mondays with Savanna. Make sure you click the subscribe button to receive more positivity every Monday and join the fam. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you next week.